Habit.
All-Star Wrestling action returns to Albany at the Washington Avenue Armory this Friday night. Scheduled to be on hand, ladies and gentlemen, this Friday night, Irish Pat Barrett. Of course, Irish Pat Barrett, the former co-holder of the Tag Team Championship, is Patty Barrett has the dubious distinction of locking horns with the Russian Bear, an extraordinary wrestler indeed, in Ivan Koloff. And of course, everyone waiting for the main event this Friday night as Spiros Arion returns to the Albany area. As Spiros Arion meets one of a kind in Ivan Putski in this special return match. And right now, let's bring on the Super Pollock and get his reaction to facing Spiros Arion in the return match.
Hello, Vince. You know, this word I learned you always say, pandemonium, right?
Absolutely.
It's going to be pandemonium in Albany when the Greek is going down to the nuts. I put on him by the Polish hammer. But the big thing of it, I invite you, and after I beat the Greek, Freddie Blassie, even if he not stick his nose in my business, if he's a good boy is not, he can come to the polka party we're going to have. And I invite all my big, nice, big broad from Albany to come. Hey, no forget, you come to Vahodek's Bar on 87th Avenue. We're going to have party after the match. You understand?
Well, it should be a great party, Ivan. And then again, it could be somewhat of a damper put on that party because Spiros Arion is a very determined man to beat you in Albany.
You know, Polish people are determined people too. And I'm all Polish, and I'm going with one thing on mind, is to defeat Spiros Arion. I've been training hard for this. And Polish power is coming to Albany. And Arion, this is going to come down on you. 22-inch. You see? Polish power.
There you have it, Polish power indeed. Ivan Putski. That's going to be a great match against Spiros Arion. Speaking of Mr. Arion, let's bring on his manager now, Freddie Blassie.
That's the flip. If I'm going to a Polish polka, I'm going to take a lot of flit with me, because I can't stand the smell of those Polish people, especially Putski.
Wait just a minute.
Keep your mouth shut, you pencil-neck geek. Arion, another 100 laps around the building. I'll do the talking here. You got nothing to worry about. That's right, just continue out there. Stamp on the rest of those ants out there. Just pretend they're all Polish people. Stamp on them. Now listen here. Listen, Polka, I'm talking about you, Putski. You said if I stick my nose in there, you're going to put the hammer on me, you're going to put knots on this Arion's head. Well, I got news for you. There ain't been a Polish fist invented. I'm so mad and riled up. Let me play a little bit more on, because you like Polacks too, I tell you. And I had...
The issue here is not...
Putski, I got to take one... Get that dirty taste out of my mouth. Putski, in Albany, this Friday night. Just remember, come out and try to do your best, but your best will not be good enough, because Arion is prepared for you. The last time you ran, but this time you have no place to run and no place to hide, because I'll be at ringside watching this slaughter continue.
Freddie Blassie, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, let's bring on Irish Pat Barrett, get his reaction, of course, to facing Ivan Koloff. He's a big man.
Well, Mr. Koloff is one of the top wrestlers in the world. In fact, I would say one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. But, you know, Pat Barrett isn't going to be a stepping stone for anybody, even for Mr. Koloff, the Russian Bear. And I don't care if he's after San Martino, he's got to get past me. You know, Albany is sort of my town. They give me fantastic support. And to me, this is very, very important in a match, is the support you get from the fans. So, I tell you what, if they continue giving me the support that they have, well, I'm hoping to come out of there victorious.
Undoubtedly, it's going to be a 50-50 proposition. Pat, you with tremendous speed, tremendous wrestling knowledge. Of course, not to take anything away from Ivan Koloff, there may be an additional factor involved in this, and that Lou Albano is keeping such close tabs on the career of his protege that he possibly could interfere in the match.
Well, I look at it this way, that this shows there must be a flaw in Koloff's technique or in his wrestling ability, because why does he need Lou Albano to be there? All right, Mr. Albano, I hope you don't show up. I'm going to have my hands full with Koloff, but if you do, well, I'll tell you what, if I have to, I'll pull a few surprises out myself.
Thank you very much.
Right, goodbye.
There you have it from Pat Barrett, ladies and gentlemen, as he faces the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. And, of course, the big news is indeed the main event in the return match. Spiros Arion, and, of course, you can bet Fred Blassie is going to be at ringside. As Spiros Arion locks horns with one of a kind indeed, the Super Pollock Ivan Putski. Don't miss the extraordinary main event this Friday night.